Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the one, the only Silent Hill, the comedy show. You heard me right, where the fog is thick as a Latina and the monsters are misunderstood as all the men combined, and the only thing scarier than the dark is the punchlines. Tonight, we're taking a detour from the typical horror feast to bring you a side-splitting journey through the twisted streets of Silent Hill. Forget about the survival horror. What you'll need to survive is the laughter as we navigate our way through haunted comedy clubs, joke-riddled puzzles, and monsters doing stand-up. Yep, you heard me. Our host for the evening is none other than Harry Mason, amateur comedian, full-time dad, and accidental tourist in the world's worst vacation spot, Silent Hill. He's here to find his missing adopted daughter, Cheryl, and maybe, just maybe, crack the code to the ultimate dad jokes plus the buns. So fasten your seatbelts, keep your health drinks handy, and prepare for a show that's so funny it's scary. Silent Hill, the comedy show, where every scream is followed by a laugh, and the only thing we're serious about is having a good time. Let the fog roll in, and let the laughs begin. Fun fact though, did you know that the horrors of Silent Hill aren't confined to the realm of pixels and polygons? That's right, there's a real town out there that's just as eerie and enigmatic as its fictional counterpart. Nestled deep in the heart of Pennsylvania lies the town of Centralia, a place so hauntingly similar to Silent Hill that it might as well be its real life twin. Um, well, it is, but you get the gist. Both are plagued by a mysterious fire, and both have a knack for attracting the kind of people who probably shouldn't be left alone in a room with sharp objects. But while the fictional Silent Hill is known for its nightmarish creatures and psychological horror, the real Centralia has a horror all in its own. The lingering specter of a coal mine fire that's been burning for decades, turning the once thriving town into a ghostly wasteland straight out of a horror movie. Um, literally. So, without further ado, welcome and let's start the show. As Harry was sitting on the couch, surrounded by scattered photos of his late wife, Jodie, his expression is one of melancholy as he stares into the distance. Suddenly, his daughter Cheryl bursts into the room, full of energy and enthusiasm. Dad, you need a break. Let's go to Silent Hill. I hear it's relaxing.
What? What the fuck?
Harry looks up, his eyebrows raised in disbelief. Relaxing? Huh. Last time I checked, my idea of relaxation did not involve ghost towns, Cheryl. Cheryl with a wide grin and persuasive tone. Oh, come on, Dad. It'll be a blast. You and me hitting the open road, making memories. 'Cause who doesn't love a good scare now and then? Harry stares at Cheryl, torn between skepticism and resignation. After a moment, he lets out a defeated sigh, muttering to himself, well, I guess it's better than sitting here wallowing in self-pity. He looks back at Cheryl with a forced smile. Alright, kiddo, you win. Let's go have some fun in Silent Hill. But if we end up getting chased by monsters or possessed by demons, it's on you.
Gotcha, bitch!
Cheryl beams with excitement, already planning their twisted vacation in her mind. Little do they know the horrors awaiting them in Silent Hill are far beyond their wildest imaginations. Cheryl cheerfully. Still, get ready for the trip of a lifetime, Dad. As they pack their bags and prepare to hit the road, ominous shadows loom in the background, foreshadowing the dark and twisted as pretzels adventures awaiting them in the infamous town of Silent Hill. At the winding mountainside road, Harry's car, a vintage model that looks like it's one breakdown away from retirement, chugs along the winding road. Cheryl sits in the passenger seat, map unfolded in her lap, playing the role of an unhelpful but overly cheerful navigator. Dad, I think we took a wrong turn. Harry interrupting Hal jokingly. Into another dimension? Yeah, feels like it. Suddenly, a mysterious figure appears in the headlights, shuffling across the road with all the grace of a beautiful zombie in a leisurely stroll. Harry started yelling, "Whoa!" He jigs the steering wheel dramatically, the car swerving with exaggerated flair, the tires screech in protest as they fight for traction on the road. Harry clutching the wheel tightly. Well, that's one way to wake up the neighbors. Cheryl peering out the window. Do you think she needs a ride? Harry eyeing the figure warily. I think she needs a straitjacket. But sure, why not? Let's invite her into our little horror road trip. What could possibly go wrong? Cheryl gives him an enthusiastic thumbs up, although Harry's car, now resembling a twisted sculpture of modern art, sits abandoned by the side of the road. Harry groans as he slowly regains consciousness, rubbing his aching head. He glances around and realizes Cheryl is nowhere to be seen. Harry? Well, isn't this just peachy? First I lose my wife, now my daughter decides to play hide and seek in a ghost town with a ghost girl. Next thing you know, we'll be hosting a tea party with the local poltergeist just in queue. A distant howl pierces the silence, causing Harry to jump in fright. He looks around nervously before shaking his head in disbelief. Right, because nothing says welcome to Silent Hill like a pack of werewolves serenading you on your arrival. Harry navigates the fog-shrouded streets of Silent Hill, calling out for Cheryl. Suddenly he spots her sellout in the distance and starts to run towards her, relief washing over his face. Harry yelling, "Cheryl! Thank goodness! I thought I'd lost you. Again." But as he gets closer, Cheryl's figure seems to shimmer and fade, leaving Harry standing alone in the eerie silence of the deserted town. Oh, come on, not another disappearing act. Is this Silent Hill or a magic show? Just in time of Harry finishing that sentence, the world around Harry shifts and distorts, morphing into a twisted nightmare of rusted chains and blood-stained walls. Monsters lurk in the shadows, their grotesque forms sending shivers down Harry's spine. Harry, brandishing a broken street sign like a sword, he quips, "Well, well, well, if it isn't the welcoming committee. You guys really know how to throw a party." As he fends away off the monsters with exaggerated swipes and sarcastic remarks, Harry can't help but wonder if he accidentally stumbled into the set of a horror movie parody. Note to self: next time we plan a family vacation, let's stick to Disney World. At least there, the worst thing you'll encounter is a malfunctioning animatronic. But I hope not Freddy Fazbear's. Harry, being dazed and confused, sits up abruptly, expecting the afterlife, only to find himself in a dingy diner that's seen better days. He looks around bewildered, talking to himself. Well, this isn't exactly the pearly gates, more like the greasy gates of diner hell. As someone enters the frame, Sybil Bennett, a no-nonsense police officer from Brahms, with a look that says, I've seen it all, but this is a new law. Sybil, you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost. Or worse, a Yelp review for this place. Harry shrugs, still processing the situation. Uh, just a typical day in paradise, Got killed, woke up in a diner, the usual. Unfazed, Sybil hands him a handgun. Here, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this with you. Harry eyeing the gun. What? No coupon for a free dessert? Sybil rolls her eyes and exits, leaving Harry to arm himself with a map, a knife, a flashlight, and a sense of impending doom. Harry examining the map. Great, a map. Now I can get lost with a style. As Harry moves to leave, a radio starts emitting static. Cue a flying creature crashing through the window, ready to attack. Ah, Dinah, and a show! Just what I always wanted. With an exaggerated sigh, Harry defeats the monster using the handgun. He looks at the carcass with mock seriousness. Ah, sorry, buddy, but you're not getting a tip. Service here is terrible. He chuckles to himself, realizing that this is just the beginning of his absurdly hilarious adventure in Silent Hill. Harry steps out of the diner, armed to the teeth with an array of weapons, and takes in the eerie fog with a mixture of apprehension and sarcasm.
And last but not least, my favorite. A Tommy gun!
Well, looks like I've stumbled into the foggy edition of Let's Make a Deal. Hope I brought the right suitcase though. As he navigates through the fog, Harry's attention is caught by the radio, emitting static. Ah, static. Just what I needed to set the mood. Maybe next time they'll send me a telegram from the monsters. Dear Harry, you're doomed. Regards, Silent Hill. Encountering more monsters along the way, Harry's quips become his coping mechanism. Harry says to a passing monster, excuse me, do you have a map? I seem to have taken a wrong turn at. This is a terrible idea. As he follows a clue supposedly left by his daughter, Harry finds himself at Midwich Elementary School. Harry reading the sign with a smirk. Ah, an abandoned school. Because nothing screams family vacation like a trip down memory lane in a haunted classroom. Can't wait to see what's in the syllabus. Ghost Studies 101.
Got it!
Harry stands at the entrance of the abandoned school, flashlight clenched tightly in his hand, ready to confront whatever horrors await him inside. Alright, Silent Hill, let's see what kind of parent-teacher conference we're having tonight. Hopefully, they'll have snacks. With a determined stride, Harry steps into the darkness. The echo of his footsteps and the faint static of the radio creating an eerie ambience. As he enters the school, flashlight scanning the empty halls, to his dismay, he finds no sign of his daughter, only childlike monstrosities roaming the corridors. Harry muttering to himself, well, this is just great. Suggest the PTA invest in some new after-school activities, preferably ones that don't involve demonic possession.
Customization! Genius! Write that down, write that down!
With a nervous chuckle, Harry continues his search, hoping to find his daughter and escape the horrors of Silent Hill Elementary School before the bell rings for recess Or worse, Harry navigates the decrepit halls, his wits his only weapon against the encroaching darkness. With a sardonic grin, he unlocks the path to the clock tower, his humor acting as a shield against the sinister forces at play. Harry, as he unlocked the door, and they said all those escape room weekends were a waste of time, he was laughing now. Crossing to the other side, Harry watches in disbelief as reality pulls another trick, flipping into the other world. Every light's worst nightmare and every metal surface dream come true. The world transforms into a horror movie set, designer's magnum opus, with Harry unwittingly cast as the star. Harry sarcastically, "Ah, fantastic. The decor here really brings out the existential dread. Remind me to never hire this interior designer for my next renovation project." Harry continues on his journey, his witty banter serving as both a coping mechanism and a reminder that sometimes laughter is the best defense against the darkness lurking inside and hell. Later, inside the boiler room, a flaming corpse provides mood lighting for Harry's encounter with the Splithead, a creature that would make a shark think twice. Harry to the Splithead, "Ever heard of a dentist buddy? I think it's time. Or maybe a full body makeover. Your call."
Got him!
After a battle that's part slapstick, part epic showdown, the lights flicker back to normalcy, revealing Alessa, the mysterious girl. Harry startled, and here I thought the after-school program was intense. Note to self, add monster rustling to the activities list. Alessa disappears, leaving Harry more confused than a chameleon in a bag of Skittles. Harry calling after the disappearing of Alisa. "Wait, you can't just ghost me after all that. At least rate my monster fighting skills. I need validation, you know?" Shrugging off the eerie encounter, Harry decides it's time to leave the PTA meeting from another dimension. Well, that was Protective Parent Teacher Conference. Now, who's up for some post apocalyptic pizza? I hear the toppings are to die for. Or, not die for preferably. Harry exiting the school panting heavily. Well, that's my cardio for the year. Next time, let's stick to parent teacher conference on Zoom, huh? As Harry steps back into the fog, he can't help but wonder what other fun Silent Hill has in store. Nothing like a leisurely stroll through Silent Hill to get the heart pumping and the nightmares flowing. Who needs a gym membership when you've got a demonic entities chasing you at every turn? As Harry wandered through the foggy streets of Silent Hill, he couldn't shake the feeling that he'd taken a wrong turn and ended up in the world's spookiest episode of The Twilight Zone. Harry looking around nervously. Cue the creepy church bell ringing in the distance. Ding dong. Welcome to Silent Hill. Inside the Palkin church, Harry stumbled upon the one and only Dahlia Gillespie, looking like she just stepped out of a gothic horror fashion show. Harry eyeing Dahlia's dramatic attire. Well, 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 if it isn't the queen of cryptic dialogue herself. I can't decide if I should be scared or ask for fashion advice. I mean, those robes are to die for. Quite literally, I assume. Dahlia, in her best spooky voice, handed Harry the flowers, a mystical item that looked more like a fancy paperweight than a key to saving the world. "Here, take the flowers. It's the key to, well, something important. Just don't try to use it as a doorstop." In true comedic fashion, Harry tried to ask Dahlia for directions, but she disappeared faster than a magician assistant in a disappearing act. "Wait! Where are you going? I still have so many questions, like which way to the nearest silent Starbucks?" Left scratching his head, Harry muttered something about needing a GPS for the supernatural as he exits from the church. Outside the church, Harry's attempts to navigate Silent Hill's twisted streets were like watching a sitcom character trying to park, which equals lots of confusion, a few wrong turns, and maybe scrapped bumper or two. Okay, left at the creepy alley street, past the ominous fog, and then, who am I kidding? I have no idea where I'm going. Going back to Alchemilla Hospital, Harry encountered Dr. Michael Kaufman, who looked like he'd seen one too many medical dramas. Hello there, you seem lost. Can I help you? Me? Lost? No, 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 no. I'm just taking a scenic tour of the local haunted hospitals. It's very trendy these days. The red liquid of mysterious origins. Harry eyed it suspiciously, wondering if it was a fancy new energy drink or just really expired ketchup. To drink or not to drink? That is the question. And why does it smell like someone mixed cough syrup with a hint of danger? As the hospital transforms into a nightmare carnival, complete with demonic nurses, straight out of a B-movie horror flick, Harry couldn't help but wonder if he'd accidentally wandered into the set of Night of the Living Dead, Hospital Edition. Harry eyeballing the nurses. Well, this is certainly one way to make healthcare more terrifying. Do you think they offer dental? And just when things couldn't get any weirder, Harry bumped into Lisa Garland, a nurse who looked like she'd seen a ghost. Literally. What what are you doing here? Oh, just taking a leisurely stroll through the nightmare that is Silent Hill. Totally normal Wednesdays. Cue the classic misunderstanding as Harry tried to explain that he wasn't there for a checkup, he was just lost and looking for the nearest exit. Trust me, Lisa, I have better things to do than voluntarily subject myself to hospital food. But before he could get any answers, Harry found himself back in the fog world, where Dahlia popped up like a bad penny to deliver some ominous warnings about symbols and darkness and death and end of the world. Harry rolling his eyes. Ah, Dahlia, always the bearer of cheery news. Did you bring balloons too? Or is it just me feeling lightheaded from all this fog? As the fog closed in around him, Harry couldn't help but laugh at the ridiculousness of it all. Who knew saving the world could be this entertaining? I should have brought more popcorn. And so Harry and Sybil reunite, ready to face whatever absurdities Silent Hill throws their way. Sybil, so what's the plan, Harry? Find this mysterious girl who looks like your daughter? Or maybe it is your daughter and get out of this nightmare? Harry with a nervous chuckle. Huh, something like that. She's supposed to be by the lake. Let's hope she's not on a self vacation. Last thing we need is a demon duck battle boat ride. As they search the cluttered shelves, Harry spots a hidden altar tucked away in a dark corner. Excitedly, he approaches, but before he can investigate further, he vanishes from Sibel's sight, leaving her bewildered and alone. Harry! Oh, for the love of... Where did you go now? Harry blinks, finding himself back in the familiar halls of Alchemilla Hospital. Again, Lisa Garland, the perpetually jittery nurse, appears before him, her eyes wide with fear. Harry, you're a wizard. Kidding. You need to get to the lake. But be careful. There's something not right about this place. Harry, confused. No way, Sherlock. Trust me, Lisa, nothing about this whole situation feels right. I mean, do you see any welcome to Silent Hill banners around here? No. Yeah, didn't think so. Harry trudged through the murky depths of the sewers, following the directions that Lisa gave him to reach the lake, into the sound of dripping water echoing ominously around him. He emerges into the resort area, The once glamorous surroundings now shrouded in darkness and decay. Ah, resort area. More like resort to therapy after this. Suddenly a motorcycle roars into view. Its rider none other than the Ghost Rider himself, Dr. Kaufman. Harry springs into action, saving the doctor's life bravely, and decides to help in a side quest. Hold on, Doc. Looks like we've got a VIP ticket to the land of the insane. Can I hop on? Harry notices the red vial, and curiosity wins over and takes it from the doctor's stash. Dr. Kaufman, upon realizing the vial disappearance, comes back and takes it from Harry angrily before leaving. Hey, that's not yours. Do you have any idea how expensive mystical vials are? Harry, back on his own, spots Sybil, her gun drawn as she scans the shoreline. He rushes to join her, relief flooding through him at the sight of another human being. Sybil, you won't believe the things I have seen. Sybil taking aim with her gun. Let's hope it doesn't get any worse. Knowing our luck, it should probably will. As the sun sets on a silent hill, the darkness deepens, and the true horrors of the town begins to reveal themselves even further. But for Harry and his unlucky companion, the real nightmare is only just beginning. The hospital corridors twist and turns like a funhouse maze, leaving Harry feeling more disoriented than a cat in a room full of laser pointers. Harry, great. Now I understand why they call it a healthcare system. It's like trying to navigate a labyrinth while being chased by nightmares. Oh, wait, that's exactly what it is. Brilliant. Suddenly he comes face to face with Lisa Garland, who looks like she's auditioning for a role in a zombie movie. Blood drips from every orifice, giving her a look that screams Halloween costume gone wrong. Harry pulling a face. Lisa, darling, have you been experimenting with a new skincare routine? Because the whole, blood facial looks so last season. Lisa trying to reach out to Harry, her movements as stiff as a board. He takes a step back, not wanting to get any blood on his designer jacket, putting on a fake smile. Sorry, Lisa. I've got a strict no blood policy. It's, bad for the dry clean bill. As he tiptoes away, Harry can't help but add under his breath, avoid hugs from Lisa, unless I want to become the newest member of the Undead Fashion Victims Club. In a dimly lit room, Harry discovers Lisa's diary lying open on a bedside table. He flips it through the pages expecting to find doodles and love notes, but instead he's treated to a dramatic tale of addiction, deceit, and cult meetings. Harry reading aloud. Dear Diary, today I found out my boss is a shady character straight out of a daytime soap opera, and here I thought working at the hospital was dramatic enough. Note to self, invest in more popcorn for this show. It's worth it. In a flashback that feels like it belongs in a low-budget horror movie, Harry witnesses a secret meeting between Talia Gillespie, Dr. Kaufman, and a couple of extras who look like they wandered in from a costume party. They chat about Alisa's hospitalization and some grand plan involving the rebirth of a god, or maybe just really elaborate magic trick. Harry, yes, just your typical Tuesday gossip session with the local cult leader. Remind me to bring snacks next time. Well, this is certainly unexpected. Remind me to say no to the next cult meeting and maybe invest in some holy water while I'm at it. With a shrug and a smirk, Harry knows that it's time to face whatever madness Silent Hill throws his way. After all, if he can survive a conversation with Lisa Garland, he can survive anything. Another note to self. Update resume with expert in surviving supernatural encounters. As the otherworld nightmare tightens its grip on Silent Hill, Harry finds himself caught in a whirlwind of chaos and confusion, with his trusty companion Sybil at his side and a sense of impending doom hanging in the air like a bad smell. They set out on a mission to stop the mark's completion and bring in an end to this twisted nightmare once and for all. Harry pulling out his map. All right, Sybil, you head for the lakeside amusement park and I'll take care of the lighthouse, because nothing says fun like battling demonic forces in a haunted theme park. Am I right? Sybil grimacing. Oh my joy, I can hardly contain my excitement. Maybe we'll even get to ride the roller coaster while we're there. As they part ways, Harry can't help but feel a creeping sense of dread crawling up his spine. But hey, at least it beats another night of Netflix and chill with the monsters in his closet. Well, there's no hoping the demons have a good taste in cotton candy. Meanwhile, at the lighthouse, Harry encounters Alyssa one more time, who seems to be playing a game of hide and seek with the mark of Samael at the top of the tower, because apparently even in the midst of an otherworldly crisis, you've gotta make time for some good old-fashioned fun games. Harry's scratching his head. Alyssa, my friend, if I had a nickel for every time I found myself chasing after mystical symbols in the top of a lighthouse, I'd have, well, probably enough to buy a decent flashlight. Back at Lakeside Amusement Park, Sybil's adventure takes a turn for the worse when she's ambushed by an unknown assailant, because nothing ruins a good day at the carnival like getting attacked by demons with a vendetta. Rushing to the rescue. Hold on, Sybil. I swear if this is another whack-a-mole game gone wrong, I'm demanding a refund. But Harry is not one to back down from a challenge. As he races to the rescue, he finds Sybil trapped in the carousel, possessed by a parasite and in a desperate need of a hero. Harry grinning. Well, this is certainly a twist. Hang tight, Sybil. I've got a bone to pick with this merry-go-round of doom. With a flick of his flashlight and a witty one-liner about the perils of carnival food, Harry springs into action, because apparently nothing brings people together like a near-death experience on a demonic carousel. And so, amidst the chaos and confusion of the otherworld nightmare, Harry emerges battered but victorious, ready to face whatever horrors awaits them in the next chapter of this twisted adventure. Harry dusting himself off. Well, that was illuminating. Who's up for round two? Maybe this time we'll get to ride the Ferris wheel. Harry stumbles upon an eerie scene, straight out of a Twisted Family reunion, with Dahlia Gillespie, Sybil, and a mysterious figure in a wheelchair, all gathered together. The wheelchair-bound figure is wrapped in bandages like a mummy, giving off major spooky hospital patient vibes. Harry squinting at the figure. Wait a minute, is that Cheryl? With a dramatic flourish. Yes, Harry, it is I, Dahlia Gillespie, High Priestess of the fanatical cult known as the Order, and a proud mother of this little bundle of joy. Harry's jaw drops as he takes in the bizarre sight before him. His daughter Cheryl, wrapped up like a Halloween decoration, and Alyssa's astral projection longing nearby, like it's no big deal. Well, this family reunion just got weirder and weirder than Thanksgiving at Aunt Mildred's, and that's saying something. Now, into the ultimate plot twist. Alyssa master plan. Harry stumbles upon Alyssa, who stands amidst the eerie glow of the mystical symbols etched on the floor. Harry eyes widening. Um, Alyssa, what's with the arts and crafts session? Alyssa gazes at Harry with an otherworldly intensity. Harry, I am on a mission to stop the ultimate evil from being born, and I'm using the power of Sharpies and glitter glue to do it. Harry raises an eyebrow. Um, Sharpies and glitter glue? That's a new one. I always thought saving the world involved more, like heroics and stuff. Alyssa with a hint of sarcasm. Oh, I assure you, Harry, mystical symbols and a touch of craftiness are all the rage in the world saving business. Harry nods slowly. Uh-huh. Right. Well, I'll leave you to your DIY apocalypse prevention. Just don't forget the googly eyes for that extra intimidation factor. Alyssa grins mischievously. Oh, I never forget the googly eyes. As Alyssa continues explanation of her bizarre ritual, Harry cannot help but chuckle nervously. Who knew saving the world could be so artsy? Cheryl would grin. So guys, let me break it down for you. Alyssa's plan was to drawing mystical symbols around Silent Hill Town to prevent the world from going kaput. It's like arts and crafts, but with more apocalyptic stakes. Harry and his crew watch in amazement, their jaws practically hitting the floor. Harry, wide-eyed, watching Alyssa and Cheryl merge together and birthing the incubator, who seems is in the way to give birth to the evil deity. Well, this is one heck of a light show. Remind me to invite Alyssa to my next birthday party. Maybe she can conjure up a magician or two. Dahlia Gillespie, draped in shadows, twirls dramatically as Harry Mason, looking bewildered, yet oddly dapper. Ah, Harry Mason, my unwitting pawn in this cosmic game of chess. What a delightful chaos you bring. Harry raises an eyebrow. Cosmic game of chess? I thought this was more like of a monsters versus humans kind of situation. Oh, it's all part of the fun, my dear Harry. You see, I've been pulling the strings all along, orchestrating a symphony of terror to birth a god and unleash chaos upon this cursed town. Wow, Delia, I've heard of helicopter parents, but this is ridiculous. Dahlia laughs maniacally. Ho 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 ho! Ridiculous? Oh, Harry, you haven't seen anything yet. But fear not, for you play a crucial role in my grand scheme design. Harry sarcastically, oh joy, can't wait to be the star of your twisted puppet show. Indeed, my dear Harry, I have used you as a pawn to ruin Alyssa plans in stopping my genius evil plan. The fate of Silent Hill was resting in your oh so capable hands. Harry rolls his eyes. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence, Talia. Guess I'll just add saving the world to my to-do list now. Diagonals cloaked in shadows and maniacal laughter revels in the chaos she's unleashed, while Harry Mason, looking as bewildered as a tourist who took a wrong turn. Ah, the sweet smell of mayhem. Don't you just love it? Just as the tension peaks, Sybil swoops in with all the grace of a mighty superheroine determined to save the day. With an exaggerated determination, not so fast, evildoers! Time to put on the end to this twisted carnival ride. With a dramatic flourish, Sybil takes aim at Dahlia, but her shot goes wide, causing more chaos than she bargained for. Sybil, embarrassed, oh, whoopsie daisy. I'll work in my aim, don't worry. Just when all hope seems lost, Kaufman bursts into the scene like a knight in shining armor, armed with a vial of, yeah, that, and a winning smile. Looks like you could use a little help. Time to turn up the heat, eh? With a comically exaggerated flick of his wrist, Kaufman hurls the vial at the monster coming out of the incubator, causing her to squirm and squawk like a chicken in a thunderstorm. Harry, his grin wider than a Cheshire cat's, addresses his ragtag crew with mock enthusiasm, Harry with an exaggerated bravado. Alright, folks, let's show this baddie what we're made of. Spoiler alert, it's mostly caffeine and questionable life choices. Anyway, with a battle cry that could make a banshee blush, Harry charges into the fray, his crew reluctantly following suit, like extras in a low-budget action flick. Harry, under his breath, I hope someone brought snacks, 'cause this is gonna be more chaotic than the PTA meeting after Free Coffee Day. As the dust settles and the sun timidly peeks over the horizon, Harry and his crew stand victorious, looking more bewildered than triumphant. Harry with a forced grin. Well, that was about as smooth as a cactus hug. Who's up for pancakes? On me. If we survive this mess, of course. And so, as they walk away from the chaos of Silent Hill, Harry and his crew exchange exhausted glances, silently agreeing that they've had enough excitement to last a lifetime. Next time, let's stick to mini golf. It's way safer. But just as they start to relax, tragedy strikes in the form of Lisa Garland. Her once kind face twisted into a mask of madness, she drags Kaufman into the abyss, leaving Harry and Sybil to face the crumbling outer world alone. Harry rolling his eyes. Ah, well, this is just perfect. Guess it's just you and me, Sybil. Ready for round two of Escape from Hell? The sequel? As the world collapses around them, Harry and Sybil find themselves trapped in a labyrinth of chaos and destruction. Harry frantically searching for an exit. Well, this is just great. I always wanted to be part of Crumple in a Bucket. Sybil trying to keep calm. Ah, focus, Harry. We need to find a way out before this whole place comes down crushing on us. Suddenly, the incubator appears, summoning her last shred of power to create a makeshift escape route, struggling to maintain control. Quick, this way! I can't hold it for long. Harry, grateful but skeptical. Oh, sure, because escaping from a collapsing dimension is just another item on my bucket list. With a bittersweet farewell, the incubator sacrifices herself, consumed by the flames of her own creation. With a sad smile, she says, "Go, live your lives for me, Sybil," with a grim determination. "We won't ever forget you." As Harry and Sybil emerge from the darkness, battered but victorious, they are greeted by the light of dawn and the cries of a newborn baby in Harry's arms. Harry holding the baby awkwardly. Um, Sybil, I think we missed a chapter in this horror story. Who left their baby in my hands? Sybil exasperated. Oh, God. Um, I guess it's yours, Harry? Harry, wide-eyed. Mine? Well, that explains the sudden urge to buy diapers. Together, they walk away from the nightmare of Silent Hill, knowing that they have faced their darkest fears and emerged stronger from it. Alright, kiddo, welcome to the world. Just try not to summon any demons and cause the end of the world before breakfast, okay? As we bid adios to the foggy abyss of Silent Hill, let's take a moment at the twisted legacy it leaves behind in the gaming universe. From its pixelated inception on the PlayStation 2 to its evolution into a franchise of spine-tingling sequels, Silent Hill has been the horror lover's equivalent of Haunted House minus the stall popcorn and cheesy animatronics. With its trademark fog, creepy noises, and enough plot twists to make M. Night Shyamalan blush, Silent Hill wasn't just a game, it was an emotional roller coaster ride, complete with free therapy sessions at every checkpoint. And let's not forget the cast of characters from the perpetually perplexed Harry Mason to the little silly cute childlike monstrosities who made you question everything you thought you knew about fashion and sanity. But beyond the scares, Silent Hill made a lasting impact on the gaming world by delving into the darkest corners of the human psyche. It inspired a whole generation of horror games that made you jump out of your skin and maybe check under the bed before going to sleep. So, here's to Silent Hill and the nightmares it spawned. May its legacy live on in the heart and nightmares of gamers everywhere. After all, what's life without a little terror and a whole lot of therapy?